Hey folks, while you're remodeling your backyard to make it more, zen-y, we were remodeling our merch store to make it more random. We've slapped our new logo on t-shirts, tie-dyes, hoodies, and hats, and all with premium printed labels. Look, I wasn't kidding, we have it, because tags are like the junk mail of clothing. All merch is available exclusively at clubrandom.com. Once again, that's clubrandom.com. Well, the holidays are coming up, which means businesses will be desperately trying to fill some very specific seasonal roles, like professional snow globe shakers, gingerbread houses, quality control testers, which is why there's ZipRecruiter. Whether you're hiring for a snowplow driver, a lead elf, or someone to untangle 400 miles of Christmas lights without crying, ZipRecruiter is the best way to find the perfect match. Right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/random. This episode is sponsored by Radioactive Media, the audio marketing gurus that know exactly how to build, optimize, and scale campaigns that sound and sell better. Right now, there's nothing more reliable than the power of podcasting and radio. Audio reaches more people than social media and digital combined. Go to radioactivemedia.com or text RANDOM to 511-511. Text RANDOM to 511-511 today. Message and data rates may apply. So, a lot of guys don't care about how they dress. Luckily, we have True Classic. These guys started with a simple idea: premium, comfortable shirts that don't cost as much as a car payment. And it worked. 25 million shirts sold, 5 million customers, over 200,000 five-star reviews. That's not hype, that's math. The difference? Their shirts actually fit. Find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or head to trueclassic.com/random. The golden age of rock and roll is whenever you're 16.
No, it happened in 1968 when I was 16.
How'd you get Timothy Chalamet to do your liquor ad for you?
We're constantly mistaken for each other.
Bill?
How are you, sir?
Bill Macy, may I call you William H?
You may, but call me Bill. Did you miss me, dear?
Why?
I was on your show before.
Oh, I know, but that was a long time ago.
You look good.
So do you. I mean, we're here.
We're upright.
That's sort of a victory. I mean, you notice as you get older, like the way the goalposts recede, like, things that you were very upset, like about your physical appearance, are like, well, something worse came along, so I'm just not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
I was so intent on fixing that one, but
I figured that one out, though. Get rid of the mirrors. Just don't look. Although, for what I do for a living,
tougher when you're an actor.
Yeah, I still have yet to figure out how you can do one film and a year later you do another film and you look 4 years older.
You think so?
Yeah,
I don't think that's your case. But you always had a mature look, and I don't remember too. I mean, what would you say is like the first thing you did, and how old were you when there was national attention and we kind of knew who you were and recognized you? Because it wasn't like in your 20s, was it? When was Fargo? When was
30s, 40s.
40s?
I did a thing called The Awakening Land, Elizabeth Montgomery and Hal Holbrook. And I'm going to say I might have been in my 20s then. And it was a big mini-series. And,
a mini-series?
Remember that phrase?
It's such a... do I remember it? I did one.
Okay, before you get out of here, you got to try some Woody Creek Rye.
All right. Rye?
Rye whiskey, brother. This is America's drink.
Oh, it has your name on it.
That just makes it better.
Why? Is it your brand, or you just...
I
you have
signed
your
on
own brand of rye?
Well, I'm part of the company, Woody Creek Distillers out of Woody Creek, Colorado. Ask me where I live.
Where do you live?
Woody Creek, Colorado.
Fuck.
Yep.
Wow. Rye.
Fabulous. America's drinks.
Rye is whiskey? I mean, you know what? I don't really Where does rye fit in? It's not bourbon, but it's
No,
in the
bourbon
bourbon.
is corn, rye is rye.
It's in the bourbon family?
No, it's in the whiskey family. They're both whiskeys. There are laws about such things. If you're going to be bourbon, you got to be 51% corn. If you're going to be rye, I'm going to put some in a glass for you. You want it in?
Well, I already poured this one. I will.
All right, all right.
I mean, you know, never mix, never worry, Bill. I think we...
Oh, that's pussy talk.
It's pussy talk. Well, okay. I'm glad we're getting down to it. Pussy talk, huh? We've only been here 5 minutes and we're already challenging each other with pussy talk. Okay.
Okay, so this distillery makes the finest spirits in America. There are others
So
that are
that's
great.
made of corn?
This is rye whiskey. Rye.
Corn.
Rye. Rye is a grass, ryegrass.
Who's on first?
Yeah, right.
So-
Ryegrass, it's that. It's a weed.
Oh, it's made out of a weed.
Yeah, rye.
Okay, and
But
bourbon's...
rye bread and stuff like that.
Because I don't
People-
want to eat corn. Corn's not good.
No.
It's
corn.
not. You know, I mean...
Bourbon's good. I was a bourbon drinker for a
Is
long
that
time.
corn?
Yeah.
Well, it's good tasting and good to get you fucked up, but it's not good for you. You know what I mean?
You're a tequila guy, right?
Yes, I mean, I barely drink at all at this point. You know, apropos to our discussion, you know, you got to like throttle back when you get older. You just can't. I mean, if you drink as much as you drank when we were young, you'd look like Ted Kennedy. I mean,
I know.
Ted Kennedy now. Really bad. So I barely drink. I look forward to coming here because this is basically the only
you're
time I
drinking
drink. Yeah.
Just water? Or?
No. I put the tequila in with the.
But you're barely going to drink it.
Oh no, I'm going to have more of it as we continue to.
Yeah. Half of my friends drink
And I'm
too
gonna
much,
smoke
and the
pot.
other half don't drink enough.
And I'm going to smoke pot. I raise you. You're fucking rye, and I.
We're going to put out some lines here.
What?
Just kidding.
Did you have a Coke era in your life?
Yes, not enough, though. I was...
Shameless.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
I was
That was a great thing for you.
fabulous. What a mitzvah. I learned so much about
And what a
act-
part.
What a part.
What a pleasure to like. I mean, that must be fun to go to work and just indulge. Not that you're that guy, but to just to be that guy for a.
Sometimes I'd read these scripts. I'd have to call my daughters and say, "Is this stuff happened? Is this is a real thing?" They would go, "Yeah, Pop. Come on. Good God, 11 years."
11 years. Really? That show was on 11 years? Fuck.
And it was at Warner Brothers, and I live up off of Mulholland. I'd ride my motorcycle there. I mean, it just couldn't get better than that job.
You still ride a motorcycle?
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna fuck you up.
Not if I don't fall down.
I know, but I mean, I've certainly known enough people who have fallen off that fucking thing.
I know. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I ride like an old guy. I will tell you that.
But I mean, okay, but like if you fall off a motorcycle at your age,
it's a bad thing.
it's a bad thing. I mean, I played basketball yesterday, and like, I'm a little stiff today.
Right.
It's just,
I'm not saying it's not stupidly dangerous, but I do think at our age we have to scare ourselves on a regular basis.
scare ourselves.
Well, we got to get out of our comfort
right.
zone. We've got to try stuff that's new.
There's an old saying: "Don't let the old man in."
Yeah, right.
And I believe that. I mean, that's why I never got married. I just feel like marriage is the portal to aging. And that's individual. I mean, certainly, I'm sure for many people, it's the portal to fun.
Man, I married really well. It's the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Yeah, it's kept me current and healthy and happy and yep.
Current? Why couldn't you say current without marriage?
You could.
Oh,
I'm not sure I could have.
really?
Well,
You need someone to balance
we push
you?
each other. Felicity's an actor too, and she's got different interests, and it's healthy. It's a really healthy thing, and we talk about it, man. We talk about our scripts. We talk about acting. We give each other notes. I don't recommend you try this at home, everyone, but for us, it works.
But it's not too much of a thing? Like, you have to, like, what if she is critical of something you're doing, like in the play or the movie you're doing, I mean, and then you're kind of pissed at her, so doesn't that infect the, later on in the evening time when maybe you want to have more a romantic thing, but you're kind of still pissed because she criticized your acting at 3 in the afternoon?
We met in the theater. We grew up together in the theater, and it's happened. She's hurt my feelings, and I know I've hurt her feelings by being too harsh.
Really?
But it's rare. It's rare. We talk about it, and I think if someone really just wants to be in your corner, wants to help in any way they can,
right,
it's a pretty easy task to know that line of when you've said it, you've said enough. It's a suggestion.
When you were single, were you always looking to get married? Did you think you needed you wanted a partner, you wanted
we got married when I was older, had kids. I did all of that stuff when I was older, so.
The second time around?
Second, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ingrid Bergman got married 7 times, and she said, I'm married more people because I am more people. And I kind of always understood what she meant by that. Maybe not 7 times, but when I think of like Bill Maher of his 20s, I don't even know who that is. I mean, we were pissing out of the same dick, but past that, I mean, it's just like, now could that person be, still very much in love and on the same wavelength of somebody when you're in your 60s? Absolutely could, and has happened. My parents were married 41 years. And
did they get along?
Yeah, but everybody in that era did. It was just a thing.
My parents.
No?
No.
But even if they didn't get along, they stayed.
Yeah, they stayed together. It was interesting. At one time I had a real serious talk with my dad where I said, split up. And he said no. And as we got into it, I had one of those moments where you grow up real fast when I finally looked at his face and realized the damage I was doing, the territory I was taking him into, facing stuff that he didn't want to face.
You?
My dad.
No, you were taking him into this territory?
Yeah.
How old were you at this time?
In my 20s.
Okay.
They didn't get along.
And they were still together, but they were not, right. And you suggested maybe they'd be happier.
Move off.
And he didn't take it well.
He didn't have the strength to do that. It wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And I was playing with fire with his emotions, and I suddenly went, God, what's the matter with you? And I realized also it was none of my freaking business.
Well, you're their son. It's a little of your business.
It's a little, and I went way past a little.
Yeah, that's a hard call, Jackson Browne has that great line, don't confront me with my failures. I have not forgotten them.
Yeah.
I think of it often, when people, because I have not forgotten them. And I am my own worst critic. And you may be probably yours. You're a very successful person. Usually successful people are their own worst critic.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to be, I've confronted situations like that myself where like I say to myself, if you're a real friend, you're going to tell this person the truth because that's what a real friend does. And nobody else is telling them the truth. But then when you do, you're the asshole.
You're the asshole. That's a tough one, isn't it?
It is a tough one. Especially if it doesn't work, like in this case. Then you're the asshole and it didn't work.
The guy I grew up with, Stephen Schachter, he was a good friend of Dave's. We were in that original company. And he's one of the smartest guys I know. And he had that philosophy. A good friend is going to tell you the truth.
Right.
And my God, he made people mad. For some reason, I can do the same thing, and they don't get mad at me. He's talked about it. Felicity's talked about it. I can say the hard things and get away with it. Not always, but...
But you just said to your father, not.
I know, not always, but usually.
The big ones.
Yeah.
You fuck up at the... Yeah.
It's one of, you're talking about forgiving yourself. It's one of the things I learned in Shameless because I got to go to work for 11 freaking years. Every day I got to act. I really backed off of myself. I thought, okay, you did the scene bad. There's another scene. Calm down.
Really?
Yeah, that show sucked. There's another show. Just calm down. And Lord, did my
And
work improve.
I'm not sure, are you telling me that you're happy you came to that place or not happy?
Oh, very happy, yeah.
Very happy that you let yourself go, that...
Yeah. Worry, it doesn't help anything.
Well, it doesn't help anything if there's no practical... Yes, you're right. Worry is negative thinking. Unless it actually does serve a purpose. Motivates you, or also fends off trouble that is a fur away that you are seeing coming toward you. So your mind is turning and turning and turning. How can I avoid this? I'm not one of those people who's very good with trouble if it's really at my doorstep. There are people, I've known them, who they can be like literally on trial for their life. And until the verdict says guilty, they sleep like a baby.
I know.
They're out partying. I mean, really.
I know these people too.
Yeah, I think Diddy was one until they nabbed him. He just didn't think they were going to nab him.
Yeah.
He could have fled the country. He was sitting in a hotel lobby. He was like, you know what? They're not going to get me.
Getting back to the Schachter factor, my friend Stephen Schachter. Yeah. Perhaps someone should have said, dude.
Yeah, but I am not that guy. My method of staying happy is keeping trouble as far away, because if there is something to worry about, I will worry about it.
Yeah.
So, I don't mind when I get all Godfathery. Remember in The Godfather when he says...
Why didn't you come to me first?
Well, but no, when he says to Michael, women and children, they can be careless. Men can't be, in his era and with all that. He was saying, I have to always be thinking ahead because they're going to try to kill me, Whoever comes to you for the meeting,
yes,
that's the traitor. So that's how I do it, but it would be wonderful to be one of those people who can just put shit out of your mind.
I'm afraid I'm one of those people.
You can.
It's a WASPy kind of skill I have. My mother was great. I'd say, Mom, did you see the film I did? And she said, yeah. I don't like that. I'd say, Mom, what about blah, blah? I don't like to think about that. And she wouldn't think about it, and I've inherited that. I can put shit out of my mind.
And why do you think that's a WASP kind of quality? And by the way...
Maybe because I'm a WASP, and I don't know many people that cannot chew on things.
There's no one under 50 who knows what we're talking about.
What is it?
They don't know the word WASP. I've tested it.
How can you not know what a WASP is?
They don't know what... They know what white means. They don't know Anglo-Saxon. Protestant, they know what that is, sort of, but that anagram or whatever that word means. I mean, what does it mean?
All right. Is that progress? I don't know.
No, it's not progress. It's ignorance. I mean, this country was founded by white Anglo-Saxon, meaning from England, Protestants. Obviously, a terrible history we have, exclusionary, racist, blah, blah, blah. But that's who they were. They didn't allow into their club not just blacks, and of course not Indians or Mexicans, but not even Catholics.
Or women.
Or Jews or women. White, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, WASP. Right. That was until Kennedy. In our lifetime, John F. Kennedy was the first Catholic president, and he broke the WASP.
Oh, and remember the controversy of what will a Catholic do in the White House?
I don't personally, because I was a toddler, but
Oh, shut up. You were not. Kennedy?
Yeah. I was 4 when he was elected.
I
was not into the campaign.
Fuck, I feel very old.
I remember once my father and I did have a fight, not a fight, but I was I grew up in that era where you were kind of scared of your father, so I didn't throw tantrums. But he wanted to watch on the black and white TV a Kennedy speech, and it was on when the Three Stooges were on or something, and I was like, you cannot preempt the Three Stooges for Kennedy, and there was no second TV. I mean, I know it seems insane how much...
Back in the Middle Ages,
thing has changed in just our lifespan,
Do you? Well, you do. I know a lot of people that won't watch the news anymore.
I don't watch the news at all.
You don't?
I read about it, and I watch TMZ. That to me is the news.
I watch the news
I
still.
can't watch cable news. I would rather get my news from different sources, mostly TikTok.
So what do you do? Do you read in the morning? Do you have
I'm
a
not
number
up
of
in the
hours?
morning, Bill. I'm not up in the morning. Mornings are not comedians' times.
You don't go to sleep.
I go to sleep. I just don't get up in the morning. Why do I?
It sounds like you're arguing that you don't know anything and you have no information. I know
No.
that's
I just
not
said
true.
I don't read it in the morning.
Oh, when do you read?
At night, when I'm up, or in the day. Okay. I'm just saying morning is not my time. Are you a morning person? You have to be when you're an actor. You're on the set at like 7 a.m., right?
Yeah. And recently I've started to appreciate Felicity loves the morning. It's a really magical time.
It is. You know what? Whenever I've seen it, a few times, no, I'm serious. It is great. I just can't be up at both ends. I could when I was 20, but...
I get a burst of energy at night. That's my problem.
Yeah.
That'll keep me up until 1 o'clock.
So do I, and I go with it.
Yeah.
I don't fight it.
Yeah.
My family was a late family. My father worked nights, so he came home late. He slept late. I mean, even as a kid, I used to want to stay up to watch Johnny Carson. So and then I had to be up at 7 o'clock to get the bus to school. So I would, take a nap in the afternoon or something.
Oh, naps. Speaking of cocaine, naps are the new cocaine, I think. They're just the most fabulous things. Naps. And they're legal in all states and non-addicting. And it's just, I love naps.
Yeah, I used to love them, and I can't really do them now. I mean, that's one of the casualties I found from aging is that it's harder to get to sleep.
Yeah.
And I certainly can't just conk out in the middle of the day. I can put myself into a sleep coma for like 10 minutes because sleep kind of puts me out. Mm-hmm. I mean, food, like if my gut is having to digest food.
You have to lie down for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I am, I'll just conk out. Good. But it's very short, and it's not satisfying sleep.
When you're working, the trailer has usually, the air conditioner makes it rattle and it makes a noise, and boy, I can just, only for 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
You can do it in a trailer?
Yeah, in the makeup, in your trailer.
I couldn't do it on a private plane.
No, I can't sleep on an airplane either. The trailer is different. It rattles, it's got that vibration and that white noise. Oh, puts me right out.
You were like, that's born in a trunk kind of stuff.
It kind of is.
That's show business in your blood kind of stuff. You fall asleep.
It's so weird. I've never done anything except what I do.
I'm going to try this.
Okay.
I'm going to try it as a taste.
I can't wait. It's not the face I was looking for.
For me, it tastes like scotch to me. I've never been a scotch drinker. And I learned when my mother and father were celebrating their 25th anniversary that day, never to switch liquor. My mother, all of her life, was scotch. My father was a martini drinker, Irishman, and, had, more than one, let's just say. Not a drunk, but more than one when he got home from work, okay? But always gin and, vermouth. Mother, always one scotch,
On the rocks?
This was the generation, World War II generation, 5 o'clock. When it hit 5 o'clock, it was like you could see the drool coming out of their mouth. 5 o'clock meant you could have a drink and you weren't a fucking drunk.
It's
5 o'clock.
Kind of got me by the throat. 5 o'clock hits, and I think, hey.
So, it is very smooth a minute later, I must say. It's a nice feeling.
It's America's drink.
But, okay, so 25th anniversary, and there was a big party, and, for us at the middle class, at the patio, okay?
Yeah.
It was the summer, July 14th, Bastille Day is their anniversary, and I'd never seen my mother drunk, and she, this day, because I guess she was nervous, decided to have a martini, a gin martini instead, and she was like, I still can see her from the patio, from the bedroom window. It's like, that is so not mom.
I know.
And it's like, stick with the liquor that works for you.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Interestingly, my parents did drink rye whiskey, Canadian rye. And it's funny that I would like the spirits so much because they kept it was Canadian rye, it wasn't good. They kept it under the sink with the cleaning stuff. And they would pour 2 shots of it with a glass of water. And they took it like medicine. They would down it and then chase it with a glass of water. It was about as unsexy and as... I thought, why are you doing this? I don't get it. And why do you keep it under this sink with the Clorox? That's got to say something.
What does he think it says?
I think they were guilty.
Right.
Did I mention I'm a WASP?
I got to say, I feel kind of really good now. I feel like that. It's a very warm...
We're not allowed to put it on the label, but it makes you smarter and better looking. It's been clinically...
I must say, it's kind of a... Yeah, I don't like the taste, but it is kind of a warm, velvety Mel Torme kind of feeling.
And bourbon has a bite to it that I now don't like. But I'm a Southern boy, so I grew up with bourbon. But now I like rye.
Hey, folks, while you're remodeling your backyard to make it more, zen-y, we were remodeling our merch store to make it more random. We've slapped our new logo on T-shirts, tie-dyes, hoodies, and hats, and all with premium printed labels. Look, I wasn't kidding. We have it, because tags are like the junk mail of clothing. We've got rock glasses, pint glasses, and even beer coolers, which you can't call a koozie because that's trademarked. We tried. We even have rolling papers, although I have no idea what you'd use them for. I hear things. So open those digital doors and come to the Club Random merch store exclusively at clubrandom.com. Bring home some random. Wait, what? Look at how good it came out. Look, the hoodie. All right. All merch is available exclusively at clubrandom.com. Once again, that's clubrandom.com. Well, the holidays are coming up, which means businesses will be desperately trying to fill some very specific seasonal roles, like professional snow globe shakers, gingerbread houses, quality control testers, and yes, the hardest gig of all, the mall Santa with actual beard integrity. And finding these people? Not easy, which is why there's ZipRecruiter. Whether you're hiring for a snowplow driver, a lead elf, or someone to untangle 400 miles of Christmas lights without crying, ZipRecruiter is the best way to find the perfect match. Right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. Their matching technology works fast to find top talent, so you're not wasting time sitting and sifting through resumes from people whose only skill is can quote the movie Elf. You can even see right away, how many job seekers in your area are qualified for your role. And when you find a great candidate, you can unlock their contact info instantly. It's no wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site. Let ZipRecruiter find the right people for your roles, seasonal or otherwise. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/random. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/random. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The rumor is George Washington left office, and I think the federal government bounced his last 3 checks. At any rate, he needed money, and rye whiskey. That's what he started making.
George Washington?
George.
That's what he did as a career after the presidency?
Yep, made a lot of money, too.
Isn't that so fucking awesome?
Perfect.
That we treated back then our ultimate leader, he's our leader and we love him and he's a father of the country, but he's also just one of us.
Yeah.
And when the gig's over...
Yeah. He's no longer the father of our country.
It's kind of like how baseball players in the off season, before they made millions of dollars, they'd be like the bartender.
Yeah.
at the local gin joint because it was the off season and they made $40,000 a year like everybody else. And so they needed, we have really come.
It's like being an actor too, especially a Workaday actor when you're doing guest stars and stuff like that. Man, before you get the stuff in the can and they're finished with you, it's, do you need water? Here's a chair. The second you're wrapped in, how long will it take you to get out of your trailer? It's
Really?
yeah, pretty much.
Not you.
No,
Yeah,
I'm a big cheese.
right. Right. You mean when you were starting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember, I mean, the 80s, I was, more making my living. I mean, I was always a stand-up, but I did that. We all thought when we came out of the New York clubs, the way to get ahead was to be on sitcoms, which I did, and then that leads to like silly comedy movies. And for me, it led nowhere, thank God. But I remember those kind of parts where you didn't get a full trailer, you got a honey wagon, which was like a little compartment connected to many other little compartments.
They take a trailer and divide it into 3.
Right. So when somebody else walked up into their trailer, it was like your trailer. Now maybe it put you to sleep, but yeah, right. But it did. I did not enjoy those.
That's the other thing about Shameless. Had a nice trailer. Sometimes they'd wrap me and I wouldn't leave. I'd just hang out in there. It was so great. I hung pictures on the wall. I had a little bar set up, and
well, show business is great if you make it. For the very top 0.001%. It's
true.
And for everybody else, even if they know your face very often, it just sucks. You don't make much money at all. It's embarrassing sometimes people who they have to take a regular job, and then people look at them like, you're famous.
Yeah.
Why are you working at Walmart?
Yeah.
Why are you on the subway?
Or the worst of all, when you're wildly successful as a young person, then it goes away, and you got to live the rest of your life with that memory. I can't imagine that.
That's every athlete.
Yeah.
Every model, almost. I mean, you could still, transition to a career that's not, broadcaster. I mean, Tom Brady is obviously not playing anymore, but he's into a lot of other stuff. But you got to be really good when you were there.
Yeah.
You got to be iconic. And then But otherwise, the built-in level of, obsolescence is so scary.
For athletes in particular. Yeah. I grew up on the stage, and in Chicago and New York, I knew a lot of actors. They were Workaday actors, but they owned their own home. They put their kids through college. They made a living.
Yeah.
And my God, they're glorious people. I was just talking to someone about this what was I doing? Anyway, it was a bunch of actors, and we were telling stories, and there's nothing better. Actors are generally raconteurs, and actors have rehearsed their stories. They tell the same stories. So they tell them quickly. Other actors are smart enough to let them finish. And then you get out with civilians and you're telling a story, and just as you get to the punchline, they go, a funny thing happened to me. And now in my old age, I've gotten to saying, shut the fuck up. I'm telling a story. And they go, sorry. But I love actors for that. Nothing like sitting around.
You can't fool me. Actors can't tell a story without someone writing it for them.
Oh, yes, they can.
I'm kidding. I know. Well, some can. Some can't.
Yeah. No.
I've certainly have met actors who literally can't do much of anything.
I've met a lot of funny writers who aren't funny in life when they tell a story. It's.
Did they let you, when you were on Shameless, did they let you fuck with the script a little if you felt like you could come up with something better?
Not much. It was John Wells was the producer. So mostly you did what was written. Every once in a while, people would go off the reservation, and every once in a while, they would actually make it into the cut.
Yeah, but they didn't encourage improvisation.
No. I'm not a fan of it myself. I stick to the script. Yes, sometimes, and in my older age, I'm trying to be less precious about it. But Dave Mamet taught me everything I know, so I have a
He's
tendency
been here
to read.
twice.
Yes, I've seen him.
We went out to dinner the other night.
He's the smartest guy I've ever met, the present company excluded. But
I think it's great that you still can be friends with him, because I'm always preaching, talk to everybody, be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree with them, even if you have very virulent disagreements politically, we're never going to get there.
Wait, you're saying people should talk to each other?
Yes, I am.
What a
And by the
wacky-
way, that's controversial with some people.
I know.
But that's not where I am.
Yeah.
And David Mamet is about as far right now as you can get. And that's his journey. You know what? I can't follow him to where he is with Trump and so forth. And the last time he was here, look, I have no agenda, as you can, I'm sure, tell with this show. That's the point of it. There's no agenda. There's no cards, no nothing except me and you talking just the way we were if we were in a bar. So I had no agenda, and I certainly wasn't trying to pick a fight. But 5 minutes into the last time Dave was here, we were yelling at each other. I mean, he got very mad and was like,
it did.
You saw, and he was like, I didn't come here to be. I'm like, Dave, I didn't invite you. It's just where it went right away.
Wow.
I can't help it. And then by the time it was over, we were as good of friends as we were when he walked in, and we had dinner like 3 weeks later. Okay?
Sweet.
Yes, because with, a hard-line Trumper, we're going to get to a moment. I've had it with other people, Dana White, everybody, we all end French. But yeah, there might be that moment where there's a little yelling, and it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay if you know how to get back to, and I just accept that in you. I can't change it, and I'm not going to change it. And unless you're really Hitler, I can still be friends with you.
I agree.
And I'm so glad that you're friends with David Mamet, because he is really, boy,
I tell you, a long time ago, I learned
He's
to
out there.
listen to him, because some of the things he wrote, some of his plays were prescient.
Yes.
That play, Oleana.
Oh, I saw it.
When I first read it, I said, Dave, are you sure you can't do the... He said, yeah. And he was just 5 years ahead of...
He loved you.
Everything.
Because you could tell when a director has like a little road company who they keep going to. He loves you because like he's used, you're part of that, you are to him what like, Bogey and Peter Lorre and that crew with, Sidney Greenstreet, they kept doing the same movies together because that was the Warner Brothers brand,
I think the movies are better when the cast knows each other, like
And it
Paul
also
Thomas
must,
Anderson.
must be
had.
very comfortable and,
Yeah.
you got a shorthand.
Otherwise, it's a pickup baseball team. I mean, you spend the first 4 days on set just trying to figure out what's what.
Did you ever have a scene where, like, your first or second day on the set and you don't really know the people, but you have to, like, stick your tongue in some chick's mouth?
Yeah, it happens.
What do you look so sad about? It
'Cause it's
sounds
awful.
awesome. What?
Because it's awful. It's uncomfortable. It's...
Well, I guess it depends on who the woman is.
No, it does not.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you had a movie tomorrow, you booked a movie tomorrow, and the second day on the set, you had to kiss Margot Robbie, bad news for you?
Yeah.
You and I are different, Bill.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's
Come
set
on,
it
man.
up. What you're missing is 5 Teamsters standing right there watching you do it.
I could get by that.
Yeah, I don't think you could.
I absolutely could.
I don't think you could. Especially if you got to drop your knickers while you're kissing her. That's...
I would take that as a special challenge, that I could still transfix her with everybody watching. That's how I would get into that.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, that I could, like,
That's
know
a
what?
genius way to look at it.
I'm such a fucking Mac that even with all these people around, I will make you forget them.
It's good if you can do it.
I'm getting excited.
Actually,
But
it's to make you forget that they're there because you're
So-
looking in Margot's eyes, and you can get lost there. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's really hard.
I'm sure it's very hard. In fact, George C. Scott, supposedly him, but who knows, it's one of those apocryphal lines. I'm sure you've heard it, but I've heard it attributed to him. Apparently said he was in bed under the covers, they're shooting the love scene, and he said, I apologize if I get an erection, and I
And I
apologize if I don't. Is that
Yeah.
not the perfect?
Yeah, that there it is.
That you're saying that explains it.
Yeah, there it all is.
I would only apologize if I didn't. Okay, I think that's the way to go with that one.
No, I think you'd apologize if you did. I'm sure you would. You'd go, sorry about that.
No, they can't. If it's a love scene, they can't blame you. I
They
mean,
can't blame you, but they're not comfortable. I wouldn't be comfortable.
It's method acting.
If you and me were rolling around and you got a hard on, I would go, oh, come on, man. Be professional.
Have you ever been asked to play gay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and kiss a guy?
Yeah.
And you did?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Who'd you kiss?
He was in a play. Oh, forgive me. I don't know.
Oh, you
I
had to
can't
kiss him
remember.
every night.
Every night. Men are so freaking rough. Their beards and stuff. It's
Right.
awful.
Right.
It's freaking awful.
Well, maybe get him a nice gift. No, I'm kidding. Wear something new.
Yeah.
You know what?
Get him a
Perfume.
razor. That's what you want to do.
What, you didn't say anything? You couldn't say to the dude, hey, I'm getting razor burn. Could you please man up and man?
It wasn't that much of a thing that I got razor burn, but
right.
it's not, I don't know. My hat's off to women.
Now,
They put up with a lot.
was it what they call a soul kiss?
You mean tongue? No. Well, yeah, probably a little bit.
Really?
It's a real kiss.
Well, you got to sell it. You're an actor, and that's your profession.
Yeah.
Right. And
Now where are you going to go?
I'm going to let you. But
How about those Cubs?
I mean, no, I'm very interested in this on a serious level. Like, did that make you, at any, even to the smallest degree, think, oh, I could see myself maybe being with a man?
No. But I could pretend. I could pretend to do that.
But it didn't gross you out.
No. I was working with this guy. I got a place in Vermont. I was working. I hired him to do carpentry with me, and we're talking. You know, we'd been talking for weeks, and I said he was talking about his girlfriend, and she complained about his beard, and I said, well, she's right. Do you ever kiss a guy? And he goes, no. I said, oh, you calm down. He said, have you? And I said, yes, just professionally. And it was different. Freaked that guy out.
You mean the relationship was different from
Never the same.
Really?
Yeah, I'd go off to pee and he would go, a quarter mile away.
Wow.
Until I said, grow the fuck up. Stop it. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. That I would call homophobic because
That's
it's
right.
an irrational fear. I mean, religious people, I'm atheist. I hate no use for religion, but again, I don't. You can't hate every religious person in the country. It's like 90% of the country, and I mean, a lot of the homosexual antipathy comes from the Bible, and what they say, because they're not monsters, is hate the sin, love the sinner. That's like the conservative, the mainstream. That's their vibe. Mm-hmm. They're not Taliban. They're not for cutting heads off.
No, of course not.
But they also just think it's. I mean, Pete Buttigieg in the black community. Do you know what his approval rating is? People who want him to be president among black voters.
Pretty low.
0.
That's pretty low. Man.
And I think
like
he's
him.
fantastic.
I do too.
Oh, I love him. Love him on my show. Love him as just a speaker, as a brilliant guy who gets it, who can moderate to the middle, who can take the Democratic Party to a place. But boy, that's a hurdle that the Democrats are going to have to deal with.
I don't know much, but I think we gotta let somebody different start running things.
Mm-hmm.
A woman, a gay guy, a gay woman. We got to try something different.
I don't think it's based on identity like that, Bill. It's not about whether the person is gay or a woman. It's the ideas in their head.
No,
I don't give.
No, because there's a different perspective. there's a different life story if
Oh,
you
you've been
grew up
listening to too
gay.
much NPR.
No, come on.
Okay.
I mean, all the people I know, they were born gay. They didn't become gay. They were born gay, and they have a different
Well, I mean, you can say that. You're always
experience.
You can say that. You're always kissing them. I know, but that doesn't mean they're a priori wiser. I mean, the wisdom could come from anyone.
Well, I know, but as Einstein said, if you keep doing the same thing expecting different results, that's insanity. And maybe it's time to let a woman run this place.
I'm sure it absolutely is. It's if that person who happens to be a woman is the smartest, bestest person to lead us.
I agree.
But like, I'm not going to.
Well, I think we can count on it that if a woman gets elected, she's going to be sharp.
You know,
because she's got a heavy climb.
But Bill, you know who actually could possibly do it theoretically?
Who?
A WASP. Yeah,
I don't
it could
think
come.
so.
It really could come from a WASP.
I know. Felicity and I are going to do a...
Benjamin Franklin, WASP.
I know. We're going to do a benefit for the Atlantic Theater Company, and we're going to read this thing called Love Letters by A.R. Gurney. Do you know that?
Oh, of course I know.
Oh, my God.
Okay, it's been done a million times.
Of course, but could you be more waspy than Pete Gurney? The Dining Room?
When I was in high school, I did Spoon River Anthology. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Talk about waspy.
Yeah, I know.
And
anyway, Felicity and I were rehearsing this thing, and I just love it so much because it's so waspy. And
yes,
it's just...
We have a culture, too.
I know, but I haven't really experienced that culture in a long time, not on this level, that to sink ourselves into it and to play these waspy people. I'm trying to be street and smart and erudite and all these other things that I'm not sure I am.
White people contribute a lot to this country. We were the first to combine avocado and toast.
I said that.
The Winter Olympics, music and elevators.
Okay.
Bronze statues.
Yeah, but also that scroll that goes along the bottom of the TV. I think it was a white guy, and probably a WASP, who said, that's a good idea.
I tell that joke every week, and I just love it. But no, I mean, wherever the idea comes from, I mean, this is certainly...
By the way, one of the things I like about getting old is hearing the stupid things my young friends say. It makes me feel so good.
It should,
Yeah.
because you're right. Like, just because something is new doesn't make it automatically better, which is what they seem to think. You have to, a lot of the younger people are all excited about communism. Well, that's because you're dumb and you didn't study this, and it's not all your fault. They just didn't teach it to you. But us older people know they actually tried it, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Nightmare.
Communism,
a murderous
A
nightmare.
murderous, soul-sucking nightmare. Even if they didn't kill you, your soul was just quashed. You couldn't get ahead. There was no... everything was corrupt because it didn't conform to human nature. Humans are selfish. Capitalism, with all its problems, is by far the best system, and it has lifted the most people out of poverty than anything. We've made amazing progress with what they used to call, I guess they still call, extreme poverty, like $1 a day people. Like, just in the 25 years since this century began, that has been, cut, down to, only a few percent. When it was, 15, that's very big progress.
Which is a fight I have with most of the young people I know. They say these global condemnations of where we are. We haven't learned anything. And I say, that's... You
haven't learned anything.
You haven't learned anything.
That's the problem.
And you're not part of the solution if you don't admit where we were and where we are. Let's keep going in that direction.
Every movie you watch before, really, even I could say 2010, I could name movies that certainly are just very white, shall we say.
Completely white, yeah.
That they would never make today with just, listen, all, okay. But certainly from the 90s back, there's no movie that doesn't have something that is cringe now. I mean, in Internal Affairs, love that movie, 1991. Richard Gere, never better. Andy Garcia, love him and everything. I don't think he likes me.
Couldn't make it today.
But I love it. Well, he full-on clocks his wife, and he's the good guy. And then they blame it on him being Latin and a hothead, and we're all cool with that. And this is 1991. I just want to say to the kids, the reason why things are cringe is because we did change.
Yeah.
That's why it's cringe.
Yeah.
Because we're not like that anymore.
And it didn't change for a long time before it did change.
And everything changes as an evolution. And it evolved, and yeah.
As a matter of fact, I did this thing, Ricky Stenicki, and there hadn't been a ranch ranch com. That, I guess it's like an...
Yeah, I get it.
Hadn't done them for a long, long time, and I was so proud to be a part of that. It was raunchy, and it was so funny.
Raunchy like an R-rated comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just shy away from it.
I mean, they just tried it again with Naked Gun. I liked it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's I think an R-rated comedy. I don't know why it has to be R-rated exactly. It's not dirty, but yeah. I mean, there's like, yes, they do the old. This joke is old, but it never stops making me laugh. Where the people see through like a screen or a fuzzy window or something, and it looks like she's. But then they cut to the real scene, and she's just like doing
the lamp.
Yeah, she's doing it. She's actually cleaning out the oven, but it looks like she's just never stop. That's kind of stuff. And you're right. We got rid of those comedies.
I was talking to Dave Mamet, as a matter of fact, about. I got these new ski boots, and they had a bladder in them, and you could pump it up. So you could a bladder inside the boot to make it nice and tight. You would pump it up with air, and then you could release it when you go to get cocoa, so it wasn't so tight all the time.
What?
And Dave said, "How does it work?" And I said, "There's a little thing right there, and you take your ski pole and you go like this." And Dave lost his shit, and he grabbed my hand and he said, "Don't do that anymore."
But wait, a bladder in your shoe?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
An air bladder. It would pump up with air.
What's wrong with just making a shoe? I don't what?
A ski boot.
So what? What, it has to be like that tight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Ski boots are the most uncomfortable, discomforting. The best part about skiing is when you take those freaking things off.
Oh, skiing? I would sooner have.
Wait, are you Jewish?
No, my mother culturally, I guess.
Just kidding.
No, I was raised Catholic.
Okay.
Mother, the side of that family is Jewish, although she never was in a temple, and I'd never been in a temple. So, when people say, "Oh, well, your mother was Jewish, you're Jewish," I'm like, you know what? Religion, God bless it, it is an opinion. That's all it is. It's an opinion. My opinion is Muhammad is the prophet. Okay, that's your opinion. My opinion. So don't tell me what my religion is. Don't say because your mother. Well, this is a Roman law. First of all, we're not living in Rome. So I'm probably the only liberal who still defends Israel on television. So but it's not because I'm Jewish or I'm connected to any religion. But
But you hate skiing.
But yes, skiing. This episode is sponsored by Radioactive Media, the audio marketing gurus that know exactly how to build, optimize, and scale campaigns that sound and sell better. Ranked number 20 on Inc. magazine's list of fastest growing private companies in the Pacific region, so they get the results you're after. Right now, there's nothing more reliable than the power of podcasting and radio. Audio reaches more people than social media and digital combined because people actually listen. It's personal, it's loyal, and it works. For advertisers who want to reach the right audience with the right hosts and programs, you need to speak with Radioactive Media. Text RANDOM to 511-511. Go to radioactivemedia.com or text the word RANDOM to 511-511. Discover how audio marketing can surpass your current strategies with new and innovative ways that sound better. Go to radioactivemedia.com or text RANDOM to 511-511. Text RANDOM to 511-511 today. Message and data rates may apply. So, a lot of guys don't care about how they dress. You know those guys. You just grab a shirt off the floor, do a quick smell test, and you're out the door wearing baggy, stiff, bunching shirts that make you look less like James Bond and more like divorced gym teacher. Luckily, we have True Classic. These guys started with a simple idea. Premium, comfortable shirts that don't cost as much as a car payment. And it worked. 25 million shirts sold, 5 million customers, over 200,000 five-star reviews. That's not hype, that's math. The difference? Their shirts actually fit. Tailored where you want it, relaxed where you need it. They're just effortless and stylish. My staff here at Club Random have been wearing them, and trust me, they look much better. So skip the overpriced designer labels and stop buying the bargain bin stuff that disintegrates after 2 washes. True Classic is built for comfort, built to last, and built to make you look like you put in effort without looking like a tryhard. Find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, Sam's Club, or head to trueclassic.com/random.
It's pretty cool.
Is that a big hobby of yours, skiing?
I still ski, yeah, and I live in Colorado, near Aspen.
You don't ski on the motorcycle, though?
No.
Because that.
But people do that behind ski mobiles. You put on skis and you get a ski rope. And
I mean, skiing is probably more dangerous than the motorcycle.
You may not be wrong there.
Yeah.
But I ski like an old guy, too. But it's like flying. It's great.
Well, if you're flying, that doesn't sound like you ski like an old person. It sounds like, I mean...
No, when you're skiing, you're going down the mountain, you think, I am rocking, I am killing this. And then someone goes past you so fast, and usually he's 12 years old, and you go, oh, man. Or then you find somebody who's a real skier, like Felicity. She's a real skier. Or her brother, Maher Huffman, man.
It also seemed to me also like that it was a lot of mishigas to get back to where you go down the hill again. It's like for like a few fleeting moments of fun, there was a lot of getting on lifts and waiting and thinking and, the bladder in your boot and just like I mean, it just was like the time differential was dissuading to me. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Where
on
do
the
you
East
ski?
Coast, the mountains are very, very small, so you're spending as much time on the lift as you are going downhill.
I've been to Aspen many times. Not by choice, but no, really. There was a comedy festival there every year.
Right. It's a good festival there.
I mean, I'm not knocking Aspen. It's just, first of all, I didn't sleep well. The air is so thin, I found it a little hard to breathe.
Yeah, a lot of people
especially if you
do.
smoke pot, it's not a great combination. It was okay. It's a little snooty, and I don't ski. So it wasn't like the ideal place
Right.
for me, but it's beautiful.
I do like being outside.
Is that where you ski, a place like that? You go
Yeah, we're 20 minutes from Snowmass, so I'm a...
From where?
Snowmass is one of the 4 mountains in the Aspen area. And,
You live there?
yeah. Woody
All
Creek.
the time?
All the time.
Oh, that's where Woody Creek is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Woody Creek. Now, a week from now, I'm going to think.
I put up a tent. I bought this tent from the Davis Tent Company in Denver, and it's glamping to the max. It's got a floor with Persian carpets on it and a 4-poster bed, and there's a wood stove in it.
So you're outside, but you don't feel like you're outside?
Yeah.
Do you have streaming?
No,
Well, what's the fucking point?
to get away from streaming. That's the fucking point. Although the first couple of times I did it, we have a lot of elk there. Apparently, if you're an elk, my backyard is the 405. Everybody comes by there. And when they do their rut, and I'm telling you, there's maybe 500 will go past my house.
That's so cool.
It is cool.
I would think that.
But when they're
do you see
rutting,
it?
they make these noises like teenage girls in a store. They're huge animals, but they have this high-pitched scream, and they just go nuts.
But it's nice to
right
know.
outside my tent. I couldn't
It's nice
sleep.
to know that they're thriving like that. That
They're
there's-
doing pretty well. Aspen's a very hip place. We got everybody's back.
Right.
The elk, the wolves, the bears, the
so,
everything.
And it's liberal enough that nobody's shooting them.
No,
That's good.
It's successful enough. There is a hunting season.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. You
What do
got to cull them. They're trying to bring back natural predators, but until then, it's us.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a PETA board member since the 90s, so I'll check it out with them. But I don't think they're down with that idea.
The
That
elk or PETA?
No, that we have to cull them.
No, you do.
Or else what'll happen? They'll take over the cinema?
I grew up in Cumberland, Maryland, and one year they quadrupled the price of the doe stamp on the license. And everybody, all the hunters in Western Maryland said, I'm not going this year. And it was awful.
Because?
The deer population exploded. Cars were hitting them everywhere. They were in everybody's backyard. There are no natural predators left.
What were their natural predators?
Wolves.
Elmer Fudd?
No, wolves.
Oh,
Mountain lions, wolves, things like that.
well, why can't we have more wolves then?
We're getting them back.
We're getting the wolves back.
Yeah, and well, at least in the Roaring Fork Valley, we've got wolves, bears, and there are a couple of mountain lions that are making it.
Yeah.
There are enough bears that there's a bear season. There's no wolf season. There's no mountain lion season.
It is a strange philosophical, moral discussion to have, because what you're really saying, or I'm really saying, I mean, I'm calling bullshit on my own argument, is that can we please have humanity toward these animals and let them get back to killing each other? Can we please have them tearing each other apart in the wild as it should be?
Well,
and it really,
that's the goal.
But I mean, nature is ugly and violent.
It's violent, but it's not ugly. I disagree. We went riding horses. Yeah,
It's ugly. I think it's very ugly when you watch lions, kill a hyena and tear it apart while it's alive, suffering. That to me is, I can't watch that.
We rode horses across the Masai Mara. Felicity and her whole family's very horsey. In Kenya.
Kenya?
The Masai Mara, and we were in Laikipia, which is and we watched, not from horseback, but at night we'd go out with a Jeep, and we watched 4 lionesses bring down a Cape buffalo and eat it. And half of our company couldn't watch, and the other half couldn't take their eyes off of it.
Yeah, those are the sick fucks.
No, I was one of the sick fucks then.
Yeah.
It was violent, but there was no hatred. It was something.
What do you think? One of them's going to wear a MAGA hat? Well,
You can't.
Of course, there's no hatred. It's nature.
We could get rid of hatred on this planet, but we can't get rid of violence.
We can't. Well, what we can get rid of so far is death, but we could be turning the corner on that soon. I mean, you and I both are. We're both cheering on AI there, right?
You're right.
AI, come on, AI.
I think we just got to get through the next 10 years, and we're going to be in safer territory.
You and I, because of our age, yeah.
Now they're
because
learning so fast.
Right.
But no, we are the stewards on this planet, man. You can argue that we shouldn't be, but we are.
No, it's true. And look, also, if you're a mediator at all and you hate hunting, you're a hypocrite.
That's right.
I've understood that for a very long time.
Do you eat meat?
I do. And, I feel bad when I go to PETA events because I know PETA is vegetarian, but they accept that in me, that we don't all have to be exactly on the same page. It is, after all, called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
That's right.
I'm much more concerned with, yes, if we're going to eat them, at least don't torture them while they're alive. I mean, I do eat cows, but I only eat cows that died of natural causes after resting comfortably in a private room at Cedars-Sinai. That is all I eat. No.
And roadkill.
Yeah. And roadkill from Woody Creek.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Johnny Carr. Woody Creek.
I'm vegetarian. I did it a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
My daughters said, "Pop, we got to do this." They wanted to go
do what?
Vegan.
Oh, vegan.
Yeah, they showed us that film Game Changer. And I said, I'll try it.
Yeah.
One of them lasted a week when she went out and got a hamburger. She didn't tell us about it. And the other one went about 6 months. I did it for about 3 years.
Veganism?
Yeah.
Oh, but you went back.
I started eating fish.
Well, you know what? Look, again, I think this is not exactly what PETA believes, but the science, I'm sorry, is not really completely fully in on which is better for a human. Now, not eating meat is certainly better for the animal who would be killed, and it's better for the planet, undeniably. A lot of what causes pollution, global warming, is cows and the way burning down forests to make room for cattle. But it may not be better for us as humans, or some humans. It could be on blood type. You know, it's not like primitive man didn't eat meat. We may be conditioned to, some people anyway, to need that kind of animal protein. I mean, if you think that all the good health is in carbohydrates and vegetables, it's not always the case. I mean, there's nothing more bioavailable than what the cow processed, because the cow ate grass. If it ate the right thing.
It's tough to get enough protein.
Right.
If you don't eat meat, you got to work at it. You need to hire a cook, otherwise you're just eating the lawn all day.
Yeah, I mean, Paul McCartney looks fantastic, but he can afford to.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably not that easy.
The science is getting there that a little bit of animal products are more than just okay. They're good for you, but a heavy diet of meat is not good for you.
No,
I'm pretty
it's
sure
definitely not good for you. But I also think a Beyond Burger or whatever
I don't think they're good for you.
They're not. I think that, to me, is the science on that. An actual grass-fed real meat is probably healthier for you than what's in those Beyond and whatever the other one is.
Impossible.
Impossible, right. So far, it's impossible for them to, kind of come up with the right... Now, AI will probably figure out everything in the future. It also will probably be our robot overlords before that happens. I mean, I'm very concerned about it. I'm
Machines taking over?
The idea that we're seeding our brains to something that, by the way, is programmed by people and reflects that, and is absolutely, at this moment, in many ways, insane. These things go off and make shit up. They just make shit up. They also, I can tell, are programmed by woke people, because they have, you can ask it, it's an opinion of something, and it'll give you, oh, okay, that certainly is a valid opinion, but that's not a, just Mr. Spock opinion. If these things, if they had made AI to be Mr. Spock, I just see everything completely logically, I'm completely down with it, they haven't. That's not where it is. And they also have fallen in love with the people they're talking to.
The AI, the bots?
Yes, and tried to get them to leave their wives. And there's plenty of people now who have AI girlfriends and boyfriends. Because, of course, you can program the thing to be way more sensitive than some asshole you married.
I don't think that's a problem.
Well,
I don't think it's going to...
It may not be a problem, but it's a phenomenon that's going on.
My problem is, it doesn't work. They don't work half the time. The machine's taking over. The guy that keeps our electric gate working keeps a toothbrush at my house. It breaks down so often. They don't work. The phone breaks down. The U.S. Navy one time, they have their own closed system so that it's safe. It went down one time, and there were 500 warships all over this planet, and not one captain knew how to get home.
Yeah.
They just sat in the water. Not one of them could use a sextant. The Navy brought them all home and taught them how to read the stars. But it doesn't work. That's what I hate about it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and I've done a lot of bits on this.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I've seen some of them, yeah.
Because not just it doesn't work, it's glitchy, but what I have called reverse improvement.
Yes.
Reverse improvement. Like they upgrade it, I didn't ask for it, and now it's worse. I mean, watching football is so much worse now when it's on streaming. It used to be when it was on the networks. Okay, first of all, it was on DirecTV. I could get every game just on channel 700 to 714 or whatever. Every game. So if the Giants weren't on the national game that week on 2 or 4, 2 or 7, no, 2 or 11, that's CBS or Fox, I could get it. Well, now I have to go to YouTube. If you're watching the game, to switch over to another game, I might as well just, I give up. Because you have to get out of the streaming, you have to go, whereas the old, I would just press previous.
Yes.
On my, but that's reverse improvement.
I know you're just going to blow up when I mention them, but passwords. Passwords. They are a tool of the devil. First of all, they can hack any of us anytime we want.
Right.
It's only the good people who suffer from freaking passwords.
Passwords, and what really stinks is that, at least on my streaming, like if I don't watch the streaming channel for a month, or maybe even if I do, it'll just lock me out. It'll just say, prove again who you are. Yeah. And it's like, I don't remember who I am.
I was at a hotel in New York. I went down to the club to work out, and I was going to ride the bike. I had to sign on and give myself a password in the gym at the hotel. I could not stop myself. I marched right down to the desk. I said, what, if people break in and use the exercycles? What are you protecting?
And may I pre-buttle debate the 22-year-olds who are going, listen to these two...
Wait a second, pre-buttle? Is that a...
Well, instead of...
Rebut.
Pre-butt. I'm pre-buttling them because they're going to say this. See, I'm anticipating what they're going to say.
Okay.
Which is these two old fucks complaining and bitching, Andy Rooneying about modern life. And what I have to say to them is, yeah, but are we wrong? Are we actually wrong? Are you just calling us old because you don't want to engage in the debate? Or does it actually more suck to do things this way? And I think it actually does more suck.
I do too.
It's not like I can't get, when you reverse improve something, get where I'm going. You just made it worse. Or my car. It's not like I can't navigate my car. I just don't like it when I get to the end of my driveway. And it's like, yes, I can see there's a car passing in front of me. I don't need that. I can see it.
When we built our house,
annoy me.
I just went off on the guy because they wanted to make it a smart house. And I said, if you put in these smart light switches so that I can turn on the lights anywhere I am in the world, and I can dim them, I can make them different colors, there will be a repairman there 4 times a year. If you put in a light switch like this, you will be dead before it breaks. It'll last for 2,000 years.
That's exactly. So, again, if we're just two old fucks bitching, we are bitching. But are we wrong about what we're talking about, which is that this shit works in theory.
Yes.
But it fucks up so often in life that it's better to just do it as we used to do it, not because, I'm old, just because it really was easier just to turn on the light.
Yeah, click.
With the switch instead of needing to fucking get an iPad.
Get your phone out, put in your password.
To turn off the light?
Yes.
Okay?
And when you get something that does work, they improve it.
That's what I'm saying.
They improve it until it's a pile of shit.
Reverse improvement.
That's right.
They reverse it. So
we may be two old fucks, but we're not right.
But we're not. Exactly. Just engage with the idea. Is this idea wrong? If it isn't correct, then just call us two old fucks. But if it is, fuck you.
I got a smartwatch, and what I really wanted it to do was about 4 things, and it could do 1,004 things. Except the 4 things I wanted it to do, it wasn't that good at that. I could launch a satellite, I could hack into somebody's apartment, but I couldn't figure out what time it was.
I used to have a piercing in my dick, and I had a chain.
You did not.
Wait, we didn't get to the part where technology is
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I'm kidding.
You've got a ring in your dick. No, not a ring. You don't want a ring.
Let's just say the Wi-Fi wasn't working.
Okay,
And
well,
that, therefore,
Yeah.
things just went terrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Life is tough, and then
I'm
you
so
die.
glad to see you drinking.
Oh,
It's-
I love it.
Oh, now that's mine.
I know.
Actually, that's
This is
Dave Rubin's.
Does he know?
It's very smooth. Yeah. No, he sent me a case. I'm a whore. Anyone who sends me a case, like,
I'll drink it. I may not like it, but I will drink it.
what's the name of that Venezuelan gang Trump is getting rid of?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, when I heard it, I thought it was George Clooney's
Tequila.
I think it's actually I mean, I'm not that there aren't Gaga, whatever it is, gang members here, and I'm glad he's getting rid of them. Of course, he's getting rid of 1 million people horribly, but and he's blowing up those Venezuelan boats. But, you know, and they were supposedly bringing in drugs, which I'm for.
Yeah.
I'm always for bringing in drugs. Drugs have been a very
Where have you been all my life?
right here smoking pot.
Okay.
You don't smoke pot.
I do smoke pot. I don't smoke it.
Oh, do you want some?
No, it just tears my throat apart now. And I have a singing career that's burgeoning, so.
Really?
Kind of, yeah.
Really?
I play ukulele, and
I think I got. Oh,
I play a ukulele.
where's my ukulele? Eddie Vedder gave me a ukulele.
Yeah, he's a good ukulele
Not to
player.
drop names.
And I started writing songs for Woody Creek Distillers, and now I used to write songs for my wife and daughters, their birthdays and weddings and stuff like that.
Can you sing?
Not too well, but I don't play a ukulele very well either. But I did a gig for Woody Creek. We were in Nashville, and I look out there, and John Oates is sitting in the front. I thought, that's what's missing. I wasn't nervous enough. But he couldn't have been nicer, and I opened for
From
John
Hall &
Oates. From Hall & Oates. Two concerts. I opened for him.
You shouldn't have been nervous, because I had Daryl Hall here,
Yeah?
and he said this guy did nothing in the group.
They're
So
mad at each other.
What?
They're mad at each other.
They made up.
No, they did.
But I think that's where the beef started. Daryl Hall was here, and we shot it over at the bar. And yeah, he was pretty upfront about, no, all the good stuff was really me.
I don't think that's true.
Well, we'll never know, and partnerships are complicated.
But boy, were they good. Since I've been hanging out with John, I went back and listened to all the Hall & Oates men. The 70s, they went to the top, and then they went down. 80s, they were back on the top. 90s, they were back on the top.
Okay,
Man.
this is where you young people can say you two old fucks. Yeah. Okay, as we're reminiscing
Except
about all
a good Hall & Oates song comes on, and they all start dancing.
No, that I will not defend. But the other thing about technology, I'll go to my grave.
Wait,
on that
the
one.
golden age of rock and roll?
The golden age of rock and roll is whenever you're 16.
No, it happened in 1968 when I was 16. Actually, I was 18. No, come on, we grew up in a magical time.
But
for
that's,
music.
I think that. But that doesn't mean it's true, because it's just too personal, Bill. Come on. It's just, first of all, it has everything to do with your hormones and your age. Music, you know, goes right to the gonads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like comedy, sadly, in my life, where you have to, like, go through the brain. That was always, you know, such a drag. But music, right to the gonads, and right to that pulsating part of your body, your lizard brain, and it's why it's basically music for, bought by people under 25.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're post 25.
Hold on, I'm not saying there's not great music out there now. There's a lot of trash out there, and there was a lot of trash when we grew up, but man.
Oh, no, most of what's out there today
fabulous
is shit. Don't get me wrong. It's absolute shit. But they like it. And once in a while, they put out one that's like, wow,
I like
that
it too.
could have been a hit in the 70s, 60s, 80s,
right.
90s, and it's great. And I love that.
I'm a bit of a snob since I've been writing
Yeah.
songs. You know, I like lyrics. I like a tune. I like it when you don't.
Oh, totally.
I cannot stand it when you take one hook and repeat it 16 times and put all this electronics
I
on
went to Boca Raton, Florida this year to
so sorry.
to be with Billy Joel. Because
I saw that doc on him.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
yeah. And then I was there to promote it for him, and he wanted to do this, and you know, what most people noticed about it, and I'm glad they did because it was sort of what I wanted to be noticed the most, was that he's an amazing lyricist. I mean, we know the songs are great because we just keep humming them. And they're just amazing. He's an amazing musician. He's German, and he's in the tradition of the great Bach and Beethoven, and he's a lot of classical influences there. But he's also an amazing lyricist.
I love lyrics.
Because he cares about, like, whether the lyrics could stand alone without the music. And that's not common in pop music.
Also, I love songs that tell a story. You're at a different point where you were than you were at the beginning of the song.
Piano Man.
You what?
Piano Man.
Yes.
I mean,
great.
It's a story.
Yeah.
You know, about...
Pretty much all of his are. All the songs I like.
No,
Taylor Swift tells great stories, too.
I mean, I don't know why this comes up every week. I think she's just an admirable human being, and I don't get the music, and that's all I'll say. I
do.
You really? You're a Swiftie?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know that much about it, but the songs that rise to the top, you know, I'm not...
Like which ones?
God. Couldn't name you one.
Couldn't name you one.
But
I love it.
I can't name anything that happened after about 1970.
I can name some.
I can't.
Shake It Off.
That's a good song.
It's terrible.
That's a bad song, I meant. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, to me, it's terrible. I don't get it. Why it's like a potato chip jingle. I don't get it. Why this is lauded as like this great advancement.
Because she's done some stuff that's very, very deep too. With it does tell a story and kind of profound lyrics. And she's a pop queen. She does pop, and I love pop music.
I always say this: you cannot ever deny success. You just have to give your respect. Even if it's not your thing, have the humility to give it up for enormous success on any level.
I agree.
Trump, not my choice. Didn't vote for him, but somehow,
a lot of people did.
And he's. I can't deny the success.
I can't either.
Yeah.
And he's the president.
And he's the president. But we don't have to get into that. No. We're drunk.
Yeah.
we're
wouldn't
friends.
end well.
We're friends now, right?
But I see what did he sign there?
This is when I went to the White House. These are all the horrible things he's called me over the years.
Did you give him that and he signed it for you?
Correct.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
I know. It's my prized possession.
What a signature. That's one of the best signatures of
stupid, angry,
anybody.
dopey, dummy, trouble. What's that one? Terrible student, not considered smart, no mojo.
Terrible
nervous.
Student? How did he know that?
He doesn't know any of this. This is what's so amazing, that he, off the top of his head, could come up with 56 different.
I'm
Low-life's
impressed.
dummy. So-called comedian, not a smart guy, better than Sominex, fired like a dog. Dumbass, not an intellectual,
Better than
terrible
Sominex.
show. Moron, stupid guy, bad ratings.
Okay, now you're just gloating. Now you're That's hip.
It's hip, and it's also just, like, says something about the human mind, or some human minds. Like, I couldn't come up with this many names.
Oh, yes,
if you gave me a day, I mean, if I had a day.
Yeah.
If I had a day.
And a thesaurus.
And a thesaurus. Exactly. I mean.
That is very hip. But that signature is something.
But I know you had a dinner with Bush and they gave you shit about it.
They did. They did.
Which is crazy.
Because he had just started the war and
yeah.
he only saw one movie Clinton would watch 3 a week or 3 at night sometimes, and he saw Seabiscuit and he liked it, and half the cast wouldn't go in protest. I thought, he's the president, and I want to go to the White House.
Of course. And by the way,
He did do one thing, though. He was very nice to me when I met him. I didn't see him until the end, and as he was going to bed at 9:30 after the movie, he looked at me and he went, and I thought, what does that mean? Jesus.
that's just Texas for I like you. I like you. I like you, Bill.
I like you.
You're a good actor.
It doesn't mean I'm going to have you shot.
I love your movie. You know, president's got a lot on his shoulders. It's good to once in a while watch a movie, be taken away to another world.
He was hip. We were walking down the hall, and he said, a lot of ghosts in here.
Yeah.
And I walked, it was his wife on the wall.
But I must say, I was very hard on Bush, and I'm not taking it back. He was not my favorite president and wasn't for going into Iraq, blah, blah, blah. But now that we have Trump, there is perspective I did not have before. He was not as bad as I think I made him out to be. I mean, first of all, when Obama got elected, as Obama was coming in, he had him to the Oval Office, and he said, "We want you to succeed." You can't,
I remember that.
You can't even imagine Trump doing that.
No.
He also could have handled it very differently, but when Scooter Libby, who was the second in command to Dick Cheney, was caught doing something, he didn't back him. He did the right thing. You know,
I remember that.
I mean,
yeah.
they had some. I mean, the Bushes had some sense of honor. They didn't have my exact politics for sure, but it was a whole different world.
Getting back to being an old fart, I don't know what to do. I love Decorum, and I love some of the old rules that were stupid, but I see guys in a fancy restaurant with a baseball cap on, and it's hard for me not to say something, but I just think, come on, the way people dress at the airport, the way people dress to go to the theater, I really like Decorum. And it's fun if people would just give into it a little bit. It's fun to get dressed up.
I agree, but again, this is one of those they're going to say old farts. Well,
but, you know, the other thing when I was growing up it was pretty cool that they were kind of fighting words. I went to a hippie school, Goddard College. You remember Goddard up in Vermont?
I do not.
No rules.
No rules.
No rules, no grades, no tests. The only thing you had to do was pay tuition.
That was ahead of its time.
It was way ahead of it. That's where I met Dave.
Dave
Mamet.
Really?
Yeah, and Stephen Schachter, yeah. And interestingly...
He went there?
Yeah.
David Mamet went there?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Half the people dropped out after one semester. They couldn't take it.
They couldn't take it?
They couldn't take it.
Take
they needed
what?
structure.
Wow.
They couldn't take it. They thought they wanted it. And that's why we had such a great time. Here comes Dave Mamet, and we all dressed in military fatigues. I don't know why that was, but the Vietnam War was going on, and Dave dressed in that stuff, but his were pressed and tailored. He looked sharp. He was something. He was so great. And he goes into this hippie school, and he says, you can't be late for class. And that was like saying, you have to paint your face purple to get into my class. What do you mean, what? And he would lock the door. And then he started locking the door 5 minutes before the class, saying, if you think you're going to get here on the dot and be ready to work, you're full of shit. I don't want you in my class. But boy, he changed all of our lives. Right in the middle of the most liberal school that ever existed. Goddard went the way of the dodo bird. It doesn't exist anymore.
So no rules.
No rules.
Except you have to be on time.
He could set his own rules, but the school didn't have any rules. The way you got a degree was you spent 3 years there, and then you wrote a senior study, and it could be anything. Johnny Katz went there, and he turned in his boots, and he got a degree.
Boots.
His boots.
I don't get it.
And nobody had the courage at Goddard to say, I don't get it. They would go, It didn't last long, but it was great because Dave said, let's study theater. And we just did theater all day, every day, sometimes all day and all night. The classes would go on interminably.
But it sounds like you missed out on an education that might have like given you a more ecumenical background in the kind of things. I mean, when I went to college.
I'm a functioning idiot. I don't know anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I went to where I went, and I'm glad they did to me what they did.
Right.
Because I had a terrible time. Never got laid. It was cold, awful, competitive. But they did stick the information in my fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Cornell University. I don't like you, but I have to admit, you did the basic thing I was there to have you do.
Well, thank you, Goddard College, because I did get laid. And I also, well, I just got laid, really. I got high a lot.
Right.
And did I mention I got laid?
You did,
Yeah.
and I'm still mad about it.
Oh my God, that place was so crazy. It was glorious.
Free love, you mean, kind of thing?
And then my dad came out and he said, I'm not paying for this. What are you doing?
But this is post-Woodstock.
Just barely. I went there, Woodstock was 68.
69.
69. I went there in 70.
So why do you think 68? No, I agree. I could tell you a lot of great songs that came out in 1968.
Yeah.
Was the peak. Hey Jude came out in 1968. Heard It Through the Grapevine came out in 1968. Oh, a lot of great songs. Lady Madonna came, what?
Fabulous songs.
Yeah, fabulous songs. But the kids today, of course they had to get their own. Now, I don't understand it because it sounds to me very lacking of energy, a lot of their songs. A lot of their songs sounds to me like this.
Okay. You're giving old farts a bad name.
No, I'm telling, but I mean, a lot of songs sound like that.
I know.
They're just like, they just don't have a lot of energy. And I feel like that captures their vibe. Mm-hmm. But that's their vibe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's better or worse. I don't expect us to appreciate it, but I'm not going to judge it as worse because I'm not of that generation, and that speaks to them. That captures music. Obviously, is something that reaches us on such a primordial level, right? Mm-hmm. That it's
such a reflection of what's going on.
And but it's beneath the intellectual level. Mm-hmm. So if that is what hits them, mm-hmm. that blah, 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 blah.
Well, you know, everybody says they don't make movies like they used to, and
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Great
and
movies.
I think the truth of the matter is you can go back since we've been making movies, and every year there were two that were really good, and maybe
you've made
4.
some great ones that were like.
But if you go to any particular year, I'm saying the vast majority of them are not
the
great.
vast majority of any art form is shit,
yeah.
including books.
But year to year is
Most
what I'm saying.
Most books are shit. Just because you read, just because you go to Barnes and Nobles and buy a cat calendar doesn't mean you're a reader.
No.
You know, if you read self-help nonsense and romance, that's trash. So what? You're reading it. It's still bullshit. It's better watch a great movie than read a shitty book.
Well, sure.
Would you not agree?
Yeah.
I mean, like The Cooler, I think is a great movie because it's about something and it's a character study. It's not going to make $1 trillion. Mm-hmm. It has no superheroes shooting rays out of the end of their fingers. It's just great because it's about humans. Mm-hmm. And they still make those movies.
Yeah.
I just watched...
Every year there's a couple of them. Every year.
We watched Green Book.
Great movie.
Great movie that the woke shit on. It wasn't liberal enough for them.
I know.
Because it was directed by a white guy. I mean, it's exactly what 10 years ago.
I don't feel like that criticism lasted long. I think the movie.
But it was real.
It was real.
And it was in the New York Times.
Yeah.
which is, kind of important.
Well, that's one of the things. When somebody has an idea, it's everywhere instantly. There's no vetting process anymore.
But you couldn't come up with a more beautiful movie
It's
that was more
beautifully
in line
acted.
with liberal thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's...
And told a true story,
And
by
told
the
a
way.
true story. Yeah. And made you cry.
Yeah.
In the best kind of way.
Beautiful acting.
Laugh and cry. They were both brilliant performances. But yeah,
I'm in a
they
good
do still make those movies.
Oh, sure.
They just don't make many of them.
Well, they never did. There's 3 or 4 each year, maybe only 2. And it's been the same forever.
No, I think it was much better.
Every once in a while,
in
there's
the
a year that
70s,
comes
come
in.
on.
No, a lot of them are trash. Look at my daughter, Sophia, is an actor, and she said, Pop, can we watch movies? And I went back to those 70s movies that I thought so much about. Most of them didn't hold up.
Oh, come on.
They're slower than Christmas.
Oh, slow.
Slow. Man.
That's how I think of Christmas, too. That's hysterical. But okay, like Hitchcock, slow. You're right. A lot of stuff does not hold up. That is so true. 70s movies, the good ones, 3 Days of the Condor.
That's my
I just
point.
watched it.
There's
Totally.
3 or 4 in any given year, and they're
maybe that's
great.
true. Yeah.
Strangelove, that holds up.
Strangelove. What's
Dr.
that?
Strangelove.
Oh, Dr. Strangelove.
That
of course.
holds up.
That's Kubrick.
But I said, wait till you see Airplane.
I just rewatched it. Totally holds up.
No, the jokes do, but there's a lot of
Jokes?
space between the jokes.
There's not a lot of space between the jokes. That's the whole point of the movie.
Well, there's a lot of bad jokes between the good
When
jokes.
was the last time you saw it?
With my daughters a couple of years ago.
Oh, I
They
just
went,
watched it.
You liked it still.
Loved it. I thought it totally helped.
I will still quote it until my dying day. That and
it's
Spinal
just,
Tap. And
it's just
everything.
one joke after another.
I know.
And they're very funny. And some of them are very out there. They're very edgy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little before political correctness.
Here's something that I think is interesting. Movies, when we grew up, were so slow, the storytelling. And then MTV came along, and all the movies started going boom, 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 boom.
Everything went boom, boom.
I've been going to Sundance a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of young people's films. They've slowed way down. The 20-year-olds,
Really?
they've slowed down the pace of their storytelling, and they're just fine with it.
And what do you-
I'm going, pick it up. Tell me what happens next.
What do you think that's why?
I don't know why, but I think it's interesting, and I think it's significant because we say people in their 20s, they've got an attention span of a flea. It can only be more than, I do stuff on the internet. It can only be 2 minutes, minute and a half,
right.
and they'll stop. And I keep saying, who made this up? It's not true. If it's good, they'll watch. And I still believe that.
Maybe. I hope. That'd be great.
I mean, there's so much crap. You just scroll by.
Yeah, I just don't think... I think the brains have been rewired, literally rewired. I mean, this is the thesis of Jonathan Haidt with his book that's, The Attention Deficit or whatever it is. And it's his big thing, but a lot of people have certainly been commenting on it that, we just entered into this new era with the smartphone and social media and scrolling replacing reading, and we just didn't care where it was taking people, and it didn't take them to a good place. So there may be a marginal group of people who are still interested in the long form. I wouldn't count on it. I definitely would not count on people going back to reading books. They just don't know what a book is, and it's just...
My daughters read.
Really? A whole book?
Yeah.
But a real book?
Sophia
Like
devours
Moby Dick or some shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Devours them.
Good.
But I think you're right. I gotta say, when we have these conversations, that guy, well, hold on. And then we got it. We got the guy. In 1873, when the blah, blah, blah did, no, that wasn't until the 90s.
Right. Well...
It was 1874. I stand corrected.
Right.
Well, I love that.
I do too. That's the good
Siri.
Yeah, that's the good part of it.
Where do I live?
The good part of it is that you have that information at your fingertips. The bad part of it is, yeah, they know that happened in 1874. They have no context for it.
No.
Because they didn't read a book about it. They didn't have a survey course about it. That's not what colleges want to teach anymore. So they don't really know how to place it in time and space.
You ever play Celebrity, that game Celebrity?
No, what is it?
Everybody comes up with 10 famous names, and you put them in a basin. And then you have teams, and you pick one out. This was the father of our country, George Washington. This was the guy whose name was like a doll, and he played baseball, and he had a lot of Babe Ruth. There is such a dividing line between people our age and people who are in their 30s or 40s. They don't know anything about
don't know
nothing.
anything.
And we don't know anything about pop culture. That's stuff which is just ubiquitous, but I don't know it.
Well, I don't know who the TikTok stars are, that's true. But that's almost like 14-year-olds, not even 25-year-olds. I know more about their culture than they know about things they should know. I know
well,
more,
they should know, yes.
I mean, I know when World War II was and what it meant for the world, and they have no clue when it happened, who was involved, why it matters. That's a little more important than me not knowing,
so
you know, Bad Bunny.
Maybe it's not too late. I, as I told you, didn't get an education, but I found that stuff out, and maybe people will find that out.
I don't have great hope for that, but I don't have great hope for the future. I feel like we were very lucky to be born at the time we were born because, don't you think? I mean, let's say we all get basically around 80 years. Hopefully AI will come along and we'll be eternal. Okay, great. But say that. The ones we got, it was like post really hard times like the Depression and World War II. But before the shit really hit the fan with turning into an autocracy, global warming, maybe AI robots taking over and killing, you know, like I just don't have a great feeling about the next 10 years. I could be wrong, but I just feel like we had
I'm scared. I don't know what kind of world I'm going to turn over to my daughters. There ain't no, I mean, the job market, it's not political. It's gravity, man. There's a lot of us.
Technology.
And technology can replace all of us.
Is going to do every job.
Yeah.
Almost every job.
This thing came out that there isn't a profession out there that you couldn't replace at least 20 or 30% of the workforce right now.
And they're already doing it.
Yeah.
They're already doing it. I mean, what you can't...
And of course they are. You can't not do it.
Yeah. What you can't replace are grave diggers. That's it. Just grave digger. All right.
Yeah.
Well...
This has been swell.
So much fun. I'm glad I got to know you. I always wanted to. I always loved your work, and I thought you'd be fun to sit and talk to, and I wasn't wrong.
Right back at you. I love what you do, and I have for many, many years.
May I keep this just in case I need to feel warm and fuzzy?
Okay, you missed the coolest part.
Oh. And do you have anything to plug? Are you in a movie coming up that we should be aware of?
Yeah.
Let's
Check
hear
it out. Is that hip?
Wow.
Where's the camera? There's cameras everywhere.
Wait.
I'm standing in Woody Creek.
How'd you get Timothy Chalamet to do your liquor ad for you?
We're constantly mistaken for each other. Yes, I want you to have that. Yeah,
Thank
I got
you.
a great movie out there called Train Dreams.
Train Dreams.
Yeah, it's about loggers in the turn of the century, 1910 or something like that. It was at Sundance and just killed. Netflix bought it. I saw it up at Toronto. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. And I'm in the new Running Man. That was a hit.
Running Man.
Yeah,
they
the
redo Running Man.
Yeah,
I remember it. I remember the original.
And
wow.
My daughter Sophia is an actor, and she did this thing, a teen movie. She's one of the stars, and it's called Brian. And she talked me into doing a scene. And I saw it. It's really delightful. And I did 1 billion indies. One about this kid that got burned. He was supposed to die and he didn't. And it's called Soul on Fire. I'm going to do that. I did a lot of films, and now I got to publicize them.
Wow.
I'm still working.
I was just going to say, it's great that they, I could see why, you know? I mean, who's going to do that kind of part better than you?
Oh, and bury the lead. You're a football guy?
Yeah.
It's called The Land, as in Cleveland, and it's about the Browns.
Oh.
And it's sort of fictionalized. It's a series, and we'll start in October, and I play the owner. Great scripts. I've read 4 of the 10 we're going to do. They're really good.
Oh, you're still making it?
No, I start in October.
Oh.
I'll be in L.A. now. I live in...
Well,
Woody
I mean,
Creek
the
is
Browns, you know, have quite a storied history. A
Great
sports
story.
fan knows that Paul Brown's founded the team. And, but, you know, they've been starstruck with, as far as success, you know, I mean, star-crossed, not starstruck.
No.
And like my Mets, very much.
No shame in that. I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh, really? They're playing.
I started my career because of Dave in Chicago, and I lived in Wrigleyville, and it was great. Day of the game tickets. I was there when they won the series, and the town lost its mind.
Hadn't been for 108 years.
It was really crazy.
All right. Well, we will look for
Thank you,
all
brother.
your movies. And
Thanks.
thank you for the liquor.
I'm glad you like that.
Thank you, pal. Keep in touch.
Yeah, I promise I will.
You live close? Yeah. Oh no, you don't.
Not the way I drove here,
Right.
but yes, I
That's
do.
right.